Hey, Mark,
Hey, David, how you doing?
you can actually hear me.
I can hear you.
I guess everybody out there hopefully can hear us. So we've got several people on. Uh, Boy, we got some things to tell them, don't we?
Yes, we do. Hang on a
Um,
second. The latest models are still coming in. I'm going to keep looking at them.
all right. I can tell you, everybody, that the groundhog did see his shadow today. So that means 6 more weeks of winter. And I tell you, I've looked at some of the latest models. As you know, I told you all that winter wasn't over. I've been preaching that to you and preaching it to you. And we are seeing something in models that's almost frightening. And I don't even want to tell you, Mark. I don't want to tell them.
No,
But
no. Let's just say that we see a couple of storms out there in the models that are looking rather snowy.
yeah, snowy would not even be the word for it. So, but let's talk about right now our immediate future over the next week or so. They're going to think that winter is over by the way it looks, but
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to be, actually tomorrow the forecast high is in the low 70s,
hmm,
and that's spooky this time of year. But we mostly just bounce between the upper 50s, low to mid 60s over the next week or so. We do have some rain coming in midweek, and some thunderstorms coming in midweek. But right
right,
now, they're not looking for anything severe.
and
Out
that's weird.
beyond that, the models are in such disarray as far as severe weather goes that they're saying, it's just not got a lot of predictability right now.
Right. Well, let's talk about a few folks that are on with us right now, and that's Connie Chancellor's on, and Denise Perry, and
Hmm.
Chris Meacham, and Donna Blankenship. She says, "Hello, David. Well, I better get my glasses on. I'm fixing to misspell somebody's name or something, and these words on some of these are so small that I can't quite see them. So there, that's a little better. I got my ears lowered today too, so my head feels a little cooler than usual. uh, she says, "Have really enjoyed the beautiful weather today. It's spring. Let's bring spring on." And Amanda Patty though says, "Should I start doing some more snow dancing?" Well, I'll let you be the judge of that when we look at these models coming up here in just a minute, because I think we're going to have something that's going to absolutely blow your socks off if it comes to pass. I'm not, and Mark's not completely 100% sold on it yet. But you know what? We're going to tell you about it. I mean, that's the only thing we can do. And we'll see how it plays out. Sandy Winters
Yeah.
says, "Hey, y'all." Hi, Sandy. And Tammy Tatum says, "Hello, Jacuzzi and Mark and Groundhog Buddies." Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I'm about done with the Groundhog Buddies part, but that's not a bad thought
Yeah.
either. We'll keep an eye on that one.
I saw a meme online and it had this uh, husky and he had his tooth snarled up and he said, "The groundhog said 6 more weeks of winter, so I ate him."
Yeah, that I don't know. I did eat groundhog one time. I don't remember where it was, so it was barbecued.
Oh, my mom loved him.
Yeah. Dave from West Virginia is on with us. He says, "Hello, everyone. Still watching from West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia." Dave, we're always proud to have you. You know that. You're one of the family, so you come on anytime because you are our big friend, and we appreciate you. Lahoma
Yep.
Austin says, "Hi, David. Great day in Greenville." Mary Vorvis says, "Hi, David, Mark, and everyone." Amanda Patty says, "Ready to be a snow buddy again, but the weather has been lovely," and it has. It is absolutely beautiful out there. We're not done with it yet, but there's a big change coming.
Yeah.
Tammy Tatum says, "Time to have some groundhog soup. Don't want 6 more weeks of winter." I don't think we're got any choice in the matter. And then Blackheart 502, our good friend Gerald Madden says, "Hello, Thunder Buddies. I hope everyone is doing well." And
Yeah. And happy anniversary to him and his lovely wife.
oh, it's their anniversary, huh?
Yeah. Well, within the past day or so, I saw a lot of posts on Facebook from him.
Ah, well, let's see here. There's a friend Dylan Pulley says hi from Eli, and then Harley Blankenship's on with us says hello y'all, uh, and
Hello,
then
Harley.
yeah, I'm glad she's on with us, and then we got to wave to Eli though. Hi Eli,
Hmm.
because
Hi, Eli.
Eli always watches us, and he is here without fail. And but we got some big news for everybody, so don't you go away because you're gonna say, "Oh my gosh," you're gonna be sorry you even saw the word winter by the time this thing gets over, if it does come to pass. Let's see here. Denise Perry says, "Bring it on, boys." I like the way she said that. Bring it on, boys. But Connie Chancellor again says, "Hello to Eli and Deborah K. Murphy. Beautiful day in Clarksville." Leo says, "Great show. Keep up the amazing work and be safe, my friends. God bless all from Lovelessville, Kentucky. Be sure to thumbs up." And I really do appreciate that. If everyone will at least subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, be sure and subscribe to the channel. We still have a flood warning out, looks like, for Butler County and Muhlenberg County and Ohio County. So
those would be along the Green River.
Yep. So that's what you see showing up down here, the flood warning, and it lists the counties, Kentucky counties involved. That's Butler, Muhlenberg, and Ohio counties in Kentucky. Let's see here. Chris Meacham says, let's see. Blackheart 502 says, "Thank you, Mark. It's been 15 years worth of decorating for the holidays. Worked me like a hog, or like a dog."
Yeah.
I can imagine. Chris Bishop says, "Groundhogs too." And Connie Canster says, "I want spring, please." Rebecca Fulton says, "I'm ready for spring." And Andrea Cook says, "Hi, David and Mark. Hello, Eli." Amanda Patty says, "Hi, Eli." Harley Blankenship says, "We're going to Tennessee on Friday. Is it going to be snow then?"
No,
Harley,
no.
It won't
soon.
be then. But I tell you what, let's just get into it a little bit and tell everybody what's going to happen.
That's right.
It's time for the Long Ranger. Did you like that, huh? The long,
Yeah.
long range. Okay, anyway.
Yeah,
that's what we needed. So it does look like this week's going to be unusually warm. And so what do we want to do? Want to go on into the models right now, Mark?
That would be fine.
Let me,
they are out far enough to start picking up on that.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 18Z is out far enough to pick up on that.
Okay. So
A little bit of a change from what we saw earlier, but it's still close.
Okay. So this is the GFS model. This is 12 a.m. midnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And then you see that it's really warm. You can see those red isobars. That means it's warm, and the blue ones are cold, and you can see where the snow's located all up in here, and pretty much a zonal flow right at the moment. It doesn't look like it's going to do much, and that's why we're going to have the warm weather. But I tell you, remember I told you all the other day, I said that the Arctic is reloading, and that's exactly what it's doing. And you will see. Hang on. We're going to go on a little further. This is February 4th, and I'm just going to put this on the motion. We got some rain coming in. Let's back this up just a little bit. About noon on the 5th, this is what it looks like with us. The icy stuff is way on up north of us, and but you can see we got some pretty decent rain there. And it continues into the evening and into midnight, and here is the next day on February 6th, still raining. Whew. Mark, is that going to be?
It's going to be a wet period through midweek and into the end of next week, or the end of this week, and probably through the weekend.
Well, we told everybody that February was going to be wild, and now I'm going to show you here in just a second what I'm talking about. Here's the 7th. Going to keep everything going. There's another rain.
Another bout of rain.
We're going to get about 2 days lull, and we got more rain coming in on the 8th. This is at noon. What day is the 8th? What day is that on? I need to get me a calendar up here.
That is on Saturday.
Okay, Saturday the 8th.
Next week, yeah.
And Sunday the 9th. More rain still hanging around. And it's still hanging around and still hanging around. This is the 10th. Finally, it moves on out, and you see how
a lot of snow up in West Virginia with that particular system.
Dave,
so
have to
watch out,
that.
Dave.
Yeah, this is the 540 line. You see, it's already all down to the Ohio River, but this is not the mother lode. I'm going to tease you a little bit because here we come. We're going to go on. This is the 11th, and now we get a little something here. You see a little snow mixed with rain on the 11th starting up. This is around noon. And then still a little rain and snow mix. We've got some pretty hefty storms about that time with some snow on the backside on the 12th, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going on, and we see the 540 line right here almost over the top of us. That's the freezing line. We're going to keep it going. Wait a minute, I'm on the. Let me go back.
You're on the last one. You haven't gone. That's as far as it goes
All right, I
for
need to
right
go
now.
back.
It'll finish out
I'm going to go ahead and go
sooner or
back to
later.
the 12Z because that's what I wanted to show them, Mark.
Okay. Now the difference between the 12Z and the 18Z is they take that band of snow a little bit farther north, and they decrease it a little bit.
All right, so here's the 10th. We're going to go on back through it again. And my goodness, there's a pretty hefty storm right there. That's on the 12th. And it lasts a little longer. And in fact, if that is correct, we could even see thunder snow, couldn't we? On that?
We could, because I looked at it. That's not real. There's not really a lot of severe weather parameters with that. There's a lot of shear with it, helicity and shear, but there's not a lot of lift with it as far as anything like that, which that just means that we probably would be seeing heavy rain and then heavy snow.
Yeah, and that snow, if the models are correct, is going to be really heavy. Let's go on a little further. This is the 13th, and here we get a little break, slightly warmer, and then all of a sudden on Valentine's Day, we get more snow coming in. And it continues on Valentine's Day until the 15th. Okay, that's not that bad. So then all of a sudden we have another one that comes close. And by the 17th,
it's setting up for another big one coming right in at us.
There it is. It's coming close. And look at it. It's coming
And that's
together.
as far as the 12Z goes.
Okay, so this is out 384 hours. Do I believe this? Well, you know what?
Yeah,
kind of. But I'm looking at
about
it.
a 30-pound grain of salt.
Yeah. If we hadn't been watching it and realizing that the Arctic was going to reload, then I would say, okay, there's no way. But I'm not done. I'm going to show you what the COD snowfall potential is going to be. Connie Cancer says we're ready. Nikki Winter says we're outside right now refilling our bird feeders. They have really been taking them out the past few days, and they're feeding like crazy for a reason. Dave says, oh no. And Sandy Christian, hey everyone, just got on. What did I miss? Everything, Sandy. We'll go back over here in a minute. Now, I want to go to a different model. Let's go to, this is a COD, and we're going to look at the long range on it. We're going to look at the winter precipitation. Winter.
Same model, just a different
this shows us
projection
a bit
of
more on the snow accumulation expected. We've seen this before, and here we go. This is tomorrow. I'm going to just run on through this until we get to where the snowstorm is, just so you get an idea of what it's showing. Again, the GFS is notorious for having these big storms, and then it wouldn't surprise me if next day it's all gone. But I'm just showing you what it's showing right now. And here we go, getting close. This is the 11th. And then look at the storm build up right there.
Yeah.
And that purple here you see is heavy snow. That is not sleet or freezing rain. This is the 13th. I'm looking at the wrong doggone thing again. And we'll go back to that.
That's okay, because all they did is, from model to model, is they shifted that about 50 miles north.
Okay.
And they backed off about 6 inches worth on the total snow.
Well, let me go back to the...
which is still bad enough, because on this one they show the heaviest snow area right along the Ohio River there, and they show it to be about 13 inches.
Yeah, here's the 12Z run, the one that just finished up. And if you look at that, I can't hardly believe my eyes. 20 inches of snow projected.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
Again,
they drop
this
it off,
is way far out.
Even if they drop it off 6 inches, that's still 15 inches of snow. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
I mean, this is something that's got our attention.
Yeah.
Does it
now
mean,
again? It could be gone tomorrow.
It sure could.
In the models, they're prone to do stuff like this. This is still well beyond 200 hours out, so take it with a big grain of salt. But just be aware that the potential is there for something to be coming in around the 13th.
And then here's the 15th. And you know what? There's more snow hitting us a little bit in there. Not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then look back out here to the west. Watch this storm blow up. And let's go back to the last frame. That's a big storm there too. There's 25 inches of snow expected there in, what is that? That's Kansas. But
Uh-huh.
and then even here, if you look over in parts of eastern Kentucky, it's 22 inches. That's over 2 feet of snow, and over our area, it looks like 21 and a half inches. All
That
right,
would be the total.
that
Yeah,
would be.
that's
That's right.
that's
That's the snow total. That's not all at one
each
time.
individual storm.
Yeah. So I had to tell you guys this because you know what I'm talking about. If I don't tell you and it comes, you say, "Well, Dave, why didn't you warn us?" And I'm telling you now to tell you to take it with a grain of salt, because I don't want it to be overhyped. And Dave, if you look at that, West Virginia gets about 30 inches of snow if you're if you're still watching. So anyway, yeah, that's
The groundhog would be right then because it'd take us another that many weeks to dig out of all that.
oh yeah. So and I do think there's another storm coming behind this one. We looked at just the hints of it in the last model run, and again, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you this is the potential that the models are indicating right now, but it's way out. Will it change? More than likely, it will. But this is pretty unusual to have it like that. And
Connie,
go ahead.
yeah, Connie Kanzler says, "I sure hope you're wrong, David. I hope we're wrong too.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope we're wrong about this, and it gives us a little bit of snow and just goes on."
Yeah, that much snow would absolutely paralyze us for a few days. The milk and bread alert would mean something then, So I don't know. I just had to tell you guys about that. I know that other people that start seeing this, you're going to see all kinds of wild things posted on the internet, Facebook pages. Everybody's going to go crazy. But I'm giving you the exact thing that I'm seeing. I'm showing you the model so that you understand what I'm saying. And you also know that this is probably not going to be the final version. Could be less, could be more. I don't think it'll be more, but
Hopefully not more.
right now anything can happen. I mean, that's a lot of snow right there that's projected by the time we get to February 18th. But a lot of this falls by Valentine's Day. In fact, they would call it the Great Valentine's Day Snowstorm. But, of course, Mermaid Cakes 88 says, I'm loving the sound of this.
It'd be the Valentine's Day Snow Massacre.
Oh, yeah. And then Stephanie Staten McKinney says, how cold is it going to get? That's a good thing to guess at. Let's look at, I'm going to go to Zoom Earth. I don't know, it's not going to go out that far. Let's see. I could go to the temperatures on this, I think, couldn't I?
Yeah, go to College U page.
That's where I'm at.
And go to surface temperature.
Hold on a minute. Surface, there we go. And temperature. Okay, the temperature at that point is 16 degrees. That's pretty cold. If that's accurate, it's going to be cold. Even down in Nashville, it's showing 18 degrees. And yeah, Nashville's going to get in on this. This whole region is going to get buried if this is what is going to happen. Connie Kanzler says, we certainly appreciate you both. I appreciate that, Connie. I just hope I hope this is something that's wrong, because this is scary. Debbie Braswell Mitchell said, this is scary because you've been spot on this year. And yeah, the bad thing about that, Debbie, is it scares me too, because I see it and I know what it means and I can see kind of what it's talking about. And I wouldn't have thought so much about it had I not been showing you the cross-polar flow and the Arctic reloading. So we know the cold is coming. Now it's going to be a little slow getting here, and it may not penetrate all the way to Florida like the last one did, but this is going to be, it already has been a year to remember as far as our winter has been. Amanda Patty says, Valentine's Snowmageddon. Well, that's a thought, but I don't think it's going to be Snowmageddon. Well, I'm not going to say that. I mean, who knows? Brent Elkins says, the 18th is my birthday, so I'll take it. Well, don't
More
put
like
away.
oh my.
Yeah, don't put away your snow shovels yet, and certainly don't even think about starting to plant, even though it'll be tempting. But this right here, I'm going to back this up a little bit. Let's just see how the temperatures get as far as that goes. Back it up a little. Wow, it looks like it's even colder.
there's a lot of cold air still to come down this way.
There is. This doesn't go out as far. And see, here's back at, well, I'm going to pull up here and see exactly what date this is. Here we go. This is showing the 16th. I believe this is showing highs, isn't it, Mark?
It should, just like the GFS, it shows every 6 hours.
Okay.
That's why it bounces back and forth quite a bit.
But the temperatures indicate are high temperatures, correct?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
temperatures at that time.
Yeah. So
We'll have a morning temperature, a midday temperature, an evening temperature, and a midnight temperature.
So on the 16th, we're still going to be below freezing there, 28, 29, and we're going back a little bit more. And this is the 15th, and on the 15th, I'm showing right at freezing, 32 degrees. And we were colder back on the 15th, and even on to, there's Valentine's Day, and it is right at freezing right over our area. So that tells me this would be a heavy wet snow, wouldn't it, Mark? If that comes
Yes,
to pass.
probably so.
That'd be a wet
Probably
snow.
so.
So that's something that you're going to have to remember, which that would be a whole new set of problems. If it is a wet snow, then we're going to have to be vigilant.
That's bad on the tree limbs.
Yep, tree limbs, roofs, and all kinds of things. You get 2 feet of snow on a roof or something, that you're going to have problems.
Especially a wet, heavy snow, because
yeah.
That's a lot of water content in it.
The
So
only
it's a
good
lot
thing
heavier.
is the snow cream can be going on for a while. We can eat snow cream for at least a week or two. I'm just joking with you guys. I hope that doesn't happen, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Sunny161 says, "Hey, all y'all, feeding horses, better late than never." And Joycelyn Valentine says, "Just jumping on. What's things looking like for Hopkinsville?" All right, I'm going to go back one more time since they're new on here, and I'm going to look at I'm going to show them the total snowfall accumulation. This is for February 14th. This model is showing a total of about 20.5 inches, almost 21 inches, right over Hopkinsville and the lakes area, all over the whole region. Now, the next model is going to show this shifted just a little bit to the north. It's still going to be a lot of snow, though.
Yeah. And that second storm we were talking about towards the end of the model run, it looks like it shifts it a little bit farther north, too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's going to depend on the push of the cold air. So, we just don't know. Let's see here. Forecast Matt says, "Hey, this is Matthew. I'm a trained weather spotter. Do you need another weather spotter for Christian County when there's severe weather?" Absolutely, Matt. I don't know if you know where our studio is, but we would love to have you if you will email us your address or something. I tell you what, I don't want to have you put your number out over the air, but if you know where our studio is, it's 100 Margaret Place in Hopkinsville, and that would be a good time for you to come on because we got some severe weather coming too. I got to tell you all, I think this cold pattern will last through maybe first week to midweek or mid-month of March, and then it takes a sudden change to warmer weather, and then it's when our severe weather really kicks in. I think we'll see a pretty active severe season. So we're going to have to watch all this. This is just a big, like I said, wild weather pattern we're looking at, and it does look like it's going to be something to see. I do want to look at Zoom Earth right now. Here's the latest satellite photograph. Pretty much clear all across there. There's a few little high clouds around, but most of the time, most of it's clear. And let's see if I can see where some of these storms are. Let's go to the wind. And here's a really big storm here. Here's one just coming into the northwest. And then, Mark, I would say
They've still got the big high pressure up there, just channeling that all.
And that's what's going to cause that jet stream to buckle and cause that cold air to filter down. Anytime you get warmer air in the Gulf of Alaska like this, I don't see much in the way of the Aleutian low, though, right now. It has kind of disappeared off the scene. I'm not sure what that will entail. This has been sitting here for a long time. I'm not sure what that is either. That's not an Aleutian low, but it's, I don't know, it's some kind of a feature. So if I don't know it, I'm just going to tell you, hey, I don't know what it is, but it's a storm. Then we got a general trough down through here, and one extended into California. I wonder if that's that atmospheric river you're talking about, Mark.
It absolutely is. That's going to bring a lot of rain and snow into Northern California, probably for another couple of 3 days.
Yep.
Bring about a day's worth or so into Southern California before it finally shifts a little bit more to the south.
And then here in the Gulf of America, it looks like we've got a southerly flow setting up, which is going to help to increase our moisture, which will bring in that rain in a few days. I think wasn't that Saturday and Sunday we were looking at?
Well, our rain here will start off on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Picking up rain, and it'll continue on through the weekend.
So I want to look up here again. Let's see if the cross-polar flow is, well, there's a strong one right there. Look at that. Coming across the poles, and here it is coming in. This should be cold air. Let's look at the temperatures in this vicinity and see how cold it is. And, well, how does 59 degrees below zero look? That looks pretty doggone cold to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cold to me.
There's 62 below, and this is what's coming up over the pole and coming down into North America. And then if you look here, you can see, even right here in that's really just north. That's kind of over the Arctic Ocean, I think, from what I'm seeing. No, that's actually the Northwest Territory. 36, 37 below zero there. Here's 25 below near Yellowknife. And then if we go up to Greenland, wow, it's 38 degrees below zero there. So there's a lot of cold air in the north. You can see where it's being pumped into here across from Siberia. And this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, you notice it's warming up in Alaska. It's not nearly as cold as it was the other day. And
right.
Parts of it's still pretty cold, but this is that kind of a ridge that's going to pinch it off, and the polar air will have to come across north of it and then come over into the North American continent. So the other thing we'll be looking at is to see, this should be somewhere up in here is the Hudson Bay vortex. Let me see if I can pick it up. Well, it looks like it's a little north of Hudson Bay. No, that's close. That's just south of Hudson Bay. So yeah, there's the polar vortex, probably the center of it right here. And these winds are kind of holding it into place right now. But sooner or later, we'll get what's called a sudden stratospheric warming event. And then here we go. Forecast Matt says, did you say 100 Marketplace, Hopkinsville? Yes, that is the correct address. It is a secured area. We're surrounded by security fence with barbed wire on top. I don't know. They think we got nuclear bombs stored here or something. But anyway, yeah, we will be here all day tomorrow. Well, every day this coming week. So feel free to stop by. We usually try to get out of here, I don't know, before it gets dark. But some days, I don't know, some days we're here all the time. I don't know. But
especially days when we do updates.
Yeah.
That's when we stay later.
Yeah, on days we do updates, which is Sunday, like today, and Wednesday and Friday. Mm-hmm. And either one of those days we're going to be here kind of late. So if you're having to work, hopefully you can get here before we leave. Let's see.
Although on Fridays we try to get out here a little bit earlier, so we may do our updates there a little earlier.
Yeah, I usually try to have at least one day off, and that one day is Saturday. But, when you're involved with weather like this, let's go ahead and go back to our radar. But anyway, I hope everybody that was on and had just gotten on, that you were able to see what we were talking about as far as what may be coming. And I said may be coming. I'm not saying it is.
Right.
Let's see. Donna Lord is on, says, hey, David, Mark. Hey, I didn't miss out on catching y'all today. I'm glad to hear that. Tammy Tatum says, are bulbs already coming up in my flower garden? Poor thing's going to have to cover them up. If they're tulips, I wouldn't cover them up. They usually are pretty well cold weather type of plant. And same thing with crocus. They are all good. Nikki Winters on says, I've noticed the days are getting a little longer, and they are, Mark. I've noticed that too. It's nice to
Yes.
see longer days. I do like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tammy Noel Buckner. Hello, David Mark. And Forecast Matt says, thank you. Tammy Noel Buckner says, just got on. I did miss it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'll talk back to you a little bit more here in a minute. Holly Wright, what's happening on the 18th? Well, the 18th, if the model is correct, will be buried in snow. And I mean buried. It will start about, what was the 12th or 13th?
About the 13th, I
About the
think. 12th, 13th time frame. Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at. Now, let's see here. Holly Wright. Okay, I told her. 7161, I sure hope you're not as accurate as usual. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I'm not, then I'll lose my credibility. But again, I'm not saying.
But you know,
go ahead, Mark. I'm about to lose my voice.
I was going to say, you know something, Dave? If we're talking about all this snow coming down or the potential of it, if anyone has any roof problems, they may want to think about getting them looked at or taken care of before that rolls in here.
You're not right. I'm going to try to do this and keep my voice. So hang on just a second. Let's talk about our sponsors.
Yep.
Michael Vance Contract and Roofing, 270-707-ROOF. I venture to say before the next couple of months are over, somebody's going to have some roof problems. You need to call Michael Vance because he will be able to help you. He'll talk to you. Won't charge you to be talking to you, you know. But give him a call, 270-707-ROOF. He also owns the Lakeside Campground Marina, and that's a great place to visit. If you're in the warm weather, it's going to be beautiful, and that's a good place to go to. And also, I don't want to forget our good friends at Mid-South Storm Shelters, because severe weather season is facing us. And don't wait. Please don't wait too long on this.
Nope.
Take a look at this. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South Storm Shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South Storm Shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And of course, I don't want to forget my good friend Katie Moyer. She's the owner of Kentucky Hemp Works. She's probably watching. I think she's probably watching. If you're on there, Katie, give us a holler. But anyway, she has that salve that she's got has been just selling like hotcakes, and I will vouch for it because I've got some myself. But take a look at this. You're gonna like this. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hemp Works Hemp Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And I also want to remind you that, there's the online store right there where you can get all kinds of neat things like, let's see, I'll show you some of these. The little koozies. There's a Thunder Buddy koozie with our new design. Order today. And also want to somebody wants one of these. Mark, I'm hearing the feedback in my... Okay, he took care of it. Why anybody want one of these beyond me, but it's selling pretty good, so just thought I'd tell you that's in the online store as well. Let's see, there's another one. Of course, there's the old Weather and Wisdom koozie, and also my personal favorite, Snow Buddies. I love it. I love it. I love it. These are also going to be on some shirts that we've got that's in the Shop Weather and Wisdom store that has all the apparel. So I'm going to be having those included as we move on forward. And then I've got some things here I'm working on. In fact, we got some pet clouds. This is a pet cloud. Somebody captured a cloud and it's on the back. It has the Weather and Wisdom logo with the email address to the store, and it has a little saying at the top. In this little cloud picture right here, there's a little saying. Yeah, there's several, I think about 4 or 5 different ones that would help you. And I don't know, it just makes you think a little bit, but I think they're kind of cute. And anyway, so let's see here. Amanda Barber, any severe weather for Hopkinsville this week or next? And to answer that quickly, no. I don't see any at all, Amanda. And she's coming to us over on the David Powell Weather and Wisdom Facebook page. And I'm glad to have all you guys on here from there. Charlene Wisdom says, hello from Glasgow. I do want to ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I sure need you to do that because it will actually help us a lot. And it helps us to do the things that we're doing like right now. And it says syncing the server. There it is. For instance, these flood warning, any warning that comes up is going to show up here. Now, it's still being worked on, but it shows you Butler County, Muhlenberg County, Ohio County are all still under the flood warning. I think that's up along the Green River where they still got some flooding issues going on. But this is some of the stuff we're capable of doing. As I said, this is something that hopefully will help everybody. Let's see here. Sunny161 says, it's okay to be human. Oh, she's so nice. I think she is. Her horses are bound to love her because she goes out in all kinds of weather to feed those horses. Andrea Cook says, I hope the weather that is coming keeps me sick. I have bronchitis over this weather. Yeah, well, I think we've all been a little sick over this weather. But anyway, Tommy Bailey says, hi from Greene County. Hey, Tommy, glad you're on with us. Tammy Noah Buckner says, I need that. I'm not sure what she's talking about. She needs. I know.
Something in the shop.
I know, something in the shop. Anyway, Tammy Tatum says, tornado shelter. And Chris D, the cloud is such a good idea. That's awful. You know what else I've got an idea on? I want to get some balls of water and label it Melted Snowman. That would be pretty neat. But anyway. Judy Thomas Hunter says, hello from Central City, Kentucky. Hi, Judy. Glad you're on board with us. And Sunny161 tells everybody, hit the thumbs up. The like and the thumbs up, that does help a lot. Even the likes on here does help. So please be sure and do that. It will help us. And the subscribe to the channel, the reason they say that, because YouTube sells ads on our transmission, and you'll see that if you go through watching the replay. So the number of subscribers we have determines how much money they're going to pay back to us. They give us a percentage, which is a majority of, and I was surprised. We don't have to do anything other than provide the programming, and they sell the ads, and they'll turn around and pay us a certain amount according to the number of subscribers we have. And that's why when you subscribe, that does help a whole lot. Let's see here. Jan Lynn Coleman says, I finally am on your live. Y'all are great. Thank you, Jan. That's awful nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy having you all. Chris Beecham says, I wish I had seen Jessica's Christmas lights this year. Well, I still got that video. I'm not going to run it, but I still got it, and we'll hold it over her head until maybe next year. Tammy Noah Buckner says, David, I haven't been able to see you on the YouTube channel the last 3 times. I just check, and I don't see the new broadcast. Well, if you're on this chat, you're on the new broadcast, Tammy. I'm not sure exactly if I know what you're talking about there or not. I may have it incorrect. Tammy Tatum says, pay your bill, David. Tornado shelter. Yeah, I just did that, Tammy, just a few minutes ago. We did pay the bills. So, but I appreciate the thought. I really do. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Chris D said, I missed it. How much snow are you calling for? You know what he wants to do. He just wants to hear us say it again. That's what it is.
Well, I'll put it this way. We're not calling for it. We're just letting you know what's shown out in the models. We're going to wait till it gets a lot closer before we start saying exactly what we think we're going to get.
But the model is showing, Mark, you want to say it?
Anywhere between 13 and 20 inches of snow.
Yep. And that would be starting on the 13th, going all the way through the 18th. So pretty good storm if that comes to pass. Chris Beecher says, Tammy, they need a jacuzzi bill. All right, Chris, me and you are going to have us a nice long talk one of these days. And Chris D, so you're saying there is a chance. You don't get that, do you, Mark?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And it's a snowball's chance.
Okay, so I want to let everybody know what's going on here, but please be sure and subscribe. I don't hear any dings going off in my ear here, so I haven't had anybody subscribe yet. So hopefully everybody that's on is subscribing. If you're over on the Facebook page, go to, if you get a chance, go over to the YouTube channel on YouTube and just hit subscribe underneath where it says, I think it'll say subscribe, and that will help a lot. Let's see. While we're here, let's look a little bit at some of the cameras because we always enjoy doing that. I want to look at UT Martin because that's always off to our southwest. It looks like a beautiful evening getting ready to take place. The sun is starting to set and the light is diffused a little. It's still a nice evening. Be a good night to maybe look up at the stars and dream, which is what I do a lot of times. Sometimes I look up and dream. Sometimes I just look up. So here's Irwin, Tennessee, and this is over in the mountains of eastern Tennessee. You can see the interstate is right here. I don't see any traffic moving on it right now, but it is Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. This is Sunday evening. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
it is always so pretty over in the mountains there.
I know. Isn't it nice? These are live cameras too. This is something that is it's really nice to sit and watch sometimes. I can just enjoy watching it and enjoying the view of the things. This is 45 degrees there at the tower, and I think down in the city is a little warmer. Let's see here. Let's go down. Where else do we want to go, Mark? Got any ideas?
Well, let's take a look at Spirit Lake.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Spirit Lake is up in northern Iowa, and we have watched that for quite a while now. And here it is. Back in the summer, it had a nice resort we were looking down on with huts, thatched huts and stuff, and boat ramp and everything. And now this is what it looks like. All the stuff has been removed. There's no gas pumps. Everything's gone, and it is covered in ice. And it's 52 degrees there, so you'll notice there's no ice fishing out there. A little while back, before the temperatures got warm, there was ice fishing huts, one or two of them set up right about in here, and people were in there fishing. So kind of neat to see. It looks like they're getting ready to get some kind of precip that with it being 52, I guess it'd be rain initially. There's a couple of tracks, looks like maybe snowmobile tracks, but I wouldn't be out there.
They keep a watch on how thick the ice is, and it was pretty thick before, but
and it's still thick. It doesn't mean that it has thawed out much by any stretch of imagination, but it'll freeze back up here before long. They haven't had much of an ice fishing time with it just yet.
No, it's been warm several times when they would have probably otherwise been out ice fishing.
I don't see my friend Linda McElrath on with us, but let's go to Mount Shasta because that's one of her favorite places to visit because Mount Shasta is always neat. Except today.
Cloudy, rainy, cold.
Let's see.
What's the temperature there?
36 degrees, so it is probably snowing up here. The mountain is really, in fact, it's doing something. Yeah, it's snowing there now. See the snow coming down? If you look at the trees, you can see it snowing. So the mountain actually goes up to about like this and then back down. And usually it's snow-covered, and I guarantee it's snow-covered now. But look at the clouds down here in the valley and stuff. That's kind of neat. The main city's right down here below the camera angle, but yeah, it's a beautiful view whenever it's a nice sunny day out there. So let's go ahead and move back. And I always like to, in the way back, take a look at Amarillo, Texas. Amarillo by morning. Oh, sorry. I almost got carried away for a second there. The sun is setting there in Texas, in Amarillo, and it's 77 degrees. Ooh, that's warm. Here's Abilene. Let's see what it looks like there. 76 degrees, and It's a little windy. You see the camera's moving some, but man, that's a nice looking view out through there. I wonder where that is. That's probably the highest point anywhere from miles around as you look. I mean, gosh.
Yeah. It's up on a little bit of a tower too.
Yeah, that gives the meaning of big sky country a whole new meaning. Look at how big that looks. Just beautiful.
You're looking off to the east as the sun sinks slowly into the west.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see what Killeen, Texas looks like. Make our way around. It's 79, almost 80 degrees there. Wow, it's windy. And look at the folks walking around out there. What a beautiful day. That's some kind of a park. Looks like a softball field or something. Yeah, it looks like they've been out just enjoying the afternoon on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in about, I guess it's midwinter right now, but mid to late winter. But it's beautiful. And as we move on further to the east, we'll take a look at Jackson, Mississippi, see what we got here. Hinds County, EMA. Again, the sun's setting, and you can see just a pretty nice day. Going to be a nice evening, 71 degrees there. Might as well go on up here, say, I don't know if I want to look at Memphis or not. We'll go in here and look at Memphis for a second. Wow, looking directly to the west.
Beautiful sunset,
It
yeah.
is. It's gorgeous. And look at the sky. Nice evening. But you know what? I think I can see a little ring right there.
Yeah.
You know what goes with that? Ring
It's
around the sun or moon brings rain or snow upon you soon. So there, I taught you guys some. 66 degrees. Let's come on up here. We'll look at Jackson, Tennessee. See what it looks like there. Again, sun is setting slowly in the west. And you can see the lights starting to come on, the street lights and everything. But generally still a nice evening. You see a jet traveling up here on the top. Again, these are live cameras. And, well, I guess we'd come back home. I will take a look. Let's look one time out here in Missouri. Let's look at Dexter. Stoddard County, EMA. Still, it's a nice shot. Still some standing water. You can see the water standing in the stream there. But it's a nice evening, light traffic. Harps. I wonder what they sell there. You know, you see these places, you wonder about these things, but that's kind of neat. I see the Golden Arches off out here in the distance. They shine above everything. So anyway.
Civilization.
Yeah, civilization. There's my sister on. Sheila Meadows on with me. Hey, sis. Glad to see you. But anyway, now one last time, I'm going to give a quick update for everybody who has not seen what we're talking about. And I'm going to go back over to, let me make sure I'm on the right thing here before I take you over there. I want to go to College of DuPage, and I'm going to show you some snowfall projections. This is not written in concrete, but it's got my attention, and let's take a look. This is what everybody's talking about. Over Kentucky, this is for February 14th. The projection is for 20.9 inches of snow. Now, that's
a total. That's
a total. That's right. That's not necessarily all in one time. But that general thing looks to be like maybe a 4-day storm with precip falling. It doesn't mean that it's any big thing. Again, on breaking weather, we've got this flood warning from Butler County, Kentucky, and Warren County, Kentucky is now under a flood warning. So that's something to let everybody know. That's probably along the Green River still, because Green River is notorious for flooding. But I wanted to show you guys that just so you would see what we're talking about. Those, if you joined us just lately, you'll know what the big deal is. Again, this is way out there. This does not mean, and probably will change some. It already has changed a little bit in the other model run. It just came through. But it's only been changed by it being moved about 50 miles further north, and the snow total has dropped about 5 inches, so we're at about 15 inches now, I think, in this area. Still, it's a lot of snow regardless. So we'll see if this plays out. But anyway, I just want to give everybody a quick update and give you an idea of what we're talking about. I don't see anything else. We can take a quick look up here in the north, see if there's any snow still on the ground. Some of these cameras up we're near Cincinnati. Warren County, Ohio. Ooh, that one right there doesn't have anything to show. Let's try this one here. Warren County, Ohio. This is Deerfield Township, and hey, we got a little bit of snow piled up there, but still, overall, the ground has cleared. Looks like a nice evening underway. It's going to be kind of cloudy there, though. As you can see, the lights coming on, the sun's set there. And we'll take one more quick stop up here at Kalamazoo, Michigan. And 34 degrees, and it's still got snow on the ground. And in fact, looks like a little fog, and that is probably because the temperature's 34, so it's above freezing, and the dew point's 34. So that's a perfect setup for fog to develop, and that's certainly what they have. But still, all in all, kind of a nice evening. You know, everything looks kind of neat out there. But anyway, Deidre Bashir says, Judy, did you hear that? Oh my goodness, love you guys to pieces. You're so much fun, and we've had some fun with you today, but we're showing you that not to get you worried or panicked. Don't go out and say Dave Powell says it's going to snow 20 inches. I didn't say anything of the kind. I said that is a model projection of the total snowfall on that date, which was February 14th, Valentine's Day. So that's just a projection. Now, is it going to change? Yes, it already has a little bit. Will it stay big? Yes, it probably will, but we'll see. You know, a lot's going to depend on the cold air. Is it still going to get down as far south as they're saying? Is it going to be as cold as they're saying? And our temperatures that we showed on there was about, 17, 18 degrees, Mark, something like that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to get cold. The cold is coming. I feel comfortable about the cold. The question is, are these storms going to develop? Are they going to follow that track? And is it going to do what it looks like it's going to do? So I had to tell you, you know. So that's just an expectation. We're going to look at that again probably. Let's see, this is Sunday. We'll look at it again on Wednesday, and we'll see what it shows then. And if it's still showing that, then, yeah, we might have something to worry about. But we'll see. You know, don't get too worried about it. Like I said, that's just a projection. It doesn't mean really anything. I'd be kind of surprised if we get that much snow. But it is getting late in the season. It does look like it would be a heavy, wet snow if it comes. So, okay. Anyway, Connie Cancer says, I won't be mad at you if it does change. I appreciate that, Connie. She's always been a good friend. In fact, most everybody out there are being pretty good. And you know where my heart is. I'm just telling you because if I don't tell you and it does happen, then you'll say, well, why didn't you tell us? So most people would rather know and get prepared than to not know and be caught unprepared when it does happen. So, you know, that's about the best I can say. All right, Mark, so are you getting hungry yet?
Yes, indeed. I know what's waiting for me at home.
Oh, really? Just what are you having?
Mississippi pot roast.
Oh, I think I'll go home with you. You reckon Tamara would have a plate set for me?
She might feed you.
All right, everybody. Go ahead and say goodbye to him. Let's see. Don Lord says, well, David, you did just say it. But really you did it as a possible, not a certain thing. We will see. And thank you, Donna, for that. That is true. It is only a possibility, and I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but I just had to let you know what some of the models are projecting, and that's what I did. All right, Mark, any last words?
Everybody enjoy the nice weather while we have it. When the rains start in again, watch out for those ponding roadways and underpasses and stuff, because we might get some more flooding out of it. There's a lot of rain coming in. And other than that, be safe, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Sonny161 says, thanks for the heads up. You're welcome, Sonny161. And I do want to remind you, we do have the flood warning, as you can see here on the screen, right now from Muhlenberg County, and I think Warren County is also in that. Muhlenberg, Ohio, and Butler County. And I believe Warren County has been added to that. That hasn't come back up yet, but I'm pretty sure. There it is. Warren County is also under a flood warning, so just be aware if you're in that area. Holly says, see you later. Tammy Tatum says, bye-bye, LOL. All right, everybody. Have a good evening, and I'll look for you next time. We'll see you on Wednesday. And if something comes up between now and then, we'll certainly let you know. So have a good one, and we'll talk to you. Bye.
Bye-bye.